Hold up, before you get to watching this video, let me talk to you for a second. Hit that bell down below and subscribe to the Fitz Take Podcast YouTube channel so you'll know when every episode is dropping or if something has been posted on this page. Also, be sure to follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. Now back to the episode. Also in the NFL, Monday night, we saw Chris Godwin, which God bless him, man. He has been through a lot. A Saints division rival, but you never want to see somebody go down with injury. Dislocating his ankle there in the back half of Tampa Bay's loss with the Baltimore Ravens, in which it was about 30 seconds left in the game. The Bucs were down 10. Essentially, it would have took a lot of things to happen for them to be able to win the ball game, and he gets hurt. In the post-game press conference, Todd Bowles was questioned about it with reporters, and I have the video here. Let's see if I can get it pulled up. We can share it with you guys on the screen, so we can be able to hear what was said to him and how he answered that question, which I feel like, in my opinion, was what needed to be said for sure. So let's see if we can get it up.
Good. Coach, you're down 10. You don't have any timeouts. It's under a minute. You would need a score, an onside kick, another score. Why is Chris Godwin in the game?
Well, he's a player. We're trying to win the ball game. I mean, we were still down 10. We're trying to get extra points and kick another onside kick. It just happened. With Mike going down, we didn't have that many receivers left as it was, so we play what we got.
Isn't that even more, perhaps, important to preserve Chris for the Falcons and Mike's possibly not going to play?
Well, you can say that because he got hurt. We don't second guess. We got our guys. We're playing everybody we got. It's unfortunate he got hurt. We feel bad about that, but he's a football player and he wanted to be in the game just like Baker and everybody else wanted to be in the game.
Do you have an obligation to protect your players from themselves?
I do protect my players all the time. That has nothing to do with why we left them in the ball game. We still had a shot to score some points and win the ball game. It happened. It happens in football.
What are the early indications on Mike?
He's got a hamstring right now. We'll see how bad.
The same one that nursing?
Yeah.
Be significantly more serious.
We'll see. I don't know yet. I got to get all the details.
Have you ever been part of a game like this where you lost two position players that have meant so much to this team, to a team?
I mean, I'm sure I have. I just haven't really thought about
it. So much going on in that moment. Elijah, take off. How do you feel about this? Was Todd Bowles right, wrong, this whole situation?
I think he was right. I'll be honest with you. Not even going to sugarcoat it. At the end of the day, football, you do get hurt. It's unfortunate. You seen Brandon Ayuk tear his ACL. You see Rashee Rice tear his ACL with Patrick Mahomes, his own teammate going into him. These guys want to compete. At the end of the day, you're competing. And like he said, he was down 10 with, it was under a minute with no timeouts. He kicks like this. He kicks a field goal, they recover an onside kick, and then score a Hail Mary, and then either tie things up or right if they win or go for two and then just walk out of there with a win. I mean, we've seen things happen before. I'm not saying that the possibility to win the game was high for Tampa Bay, but we've seen things happen. We've seen leads blow. We've seen NFL guys act like, they didn't know what they were doing out there and mess up coverages and mess up stuff, things like that. So it's not like we've never seen that before. But it's unfortunate, like Todd Bowles said. You compete to the last minute, the last breath that you have there. And, it's unfortunate that Chris Godwin got hurt. Chris Godwin has been injury, his injury history is catching up to him. But at the same time, man, it's like he just said, Baker and them, they wanted to keep going. Now, if they were down 20 points, 15, 18 points, whatever. Well, I'm saying 20 points. Two scores. If they're down, not two scores, 2 touchdowns, I should say, 14 points. I think that, you pull them. But you're down 10, and you're moving the football. Yeah, you got a chance to go for a quick field goal to try to get the ball back and try to score. I mean, that's what happens. I mean, like I said, like he said, football people get hurt. It's unfortunate. They do it every year. I just think that, some people are going to take this and go overboard because he got hurt, like he just said. But at the end of the day, man, the name of the game is you go there to win. You go there to compete, and you go there to try to win. And if you're not giving your best chance to compete, then I don't think that you want to be a part of that team or be on that team if you're not trying to compete to win the ball game.
Yeah, man. I've been a part of those moments where you see guys doing all they can to make sure that they can compete for their team, that they can be in the mix, they can help to contribute, and things just happen. Football is a 100% chance you will have an injury at some point. I don't care if it's a rolled ankle. I don't care if it's a sprained ankle, a high ankle sprain, a tear in the knee, a broken arm. Something will happen because it is a collision sport. Every single play, somebody is running at you 1,000 miles an hour and are trying to move you against your will. It is guaranteed that you will get hurt at some point. These are the unfortunate parts that we see about the game. But what is abundantly clear is that these guys put their bodies on the line. And heck, we can just go as far as saying their lives on the line after the DeMar Hamlin situation. These guys are putting their lives on the line because it's for the sport that they've loved so much that has helped to change their lives. Many of these guys, football was their only way out from bad situations at home, better situations from their families, being able to provide, becoming the matriarch, the patriarch for their families, and making sure that people around them are taken care of. We see Tua coming back after suffering another concussion and him being asked, should he wear a Guardian cap? And he said no, saying that, he loves this game to death. Like, this is what these guys are working for. There's so much that they go through on a week-to-week basis to make sure that they can be able to be ready on Sundays, Thursdays, Mondays, all the days of the week that they play. They got meetings, they're practicing, they're lifting weights, they're training, they're recovering, they're doing all these things, they're being away from their family, traveling across the world, all to go out and play for the best 50 to 60 snaps on a different game day. It is unfortunate, but to say that Todd Bowles was in the wrong here is not the right image of this. It was not that he was wrong at all, because you play to win the game. Yeah, you're down 10. You play until the very, very end. Now, if you're down 30, Chris Godwin will need to be in the game. Like when the Bucs were beating the Saints a couple of weeks ago in the Dome, and they went up 2-3 scores, all them boys came out of there because you don't want them to get hurt in a game that you've already lost. But if you're still competing as a competitor, he would have gotten questioned a lot more had he taken all his starters out.
Exactly.
I guarantee you that. They would have been asking way more questions of why did you take him out? And to my media members, I'm not calling out any of these reporters and stuff, but we got to figure out ways to stop asking the same question over and over again in different ways. Because if he'd have blown up in there and, cussed out the reporter, I really don't think he'd have been in a lot of wrong. Like, it might have not have been the right way to present that message. But it's like, bro, these dudes compete. They come out here and work hard, and we play to win the game. After I'd have said that one time, I don't chew my food twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to say this over and over again to you after I've already said it before. So as bad as it looks and as terrible as that injury is, I do also want to commend ESPN for not showing the injury a second time, because we've seen so many gruesome injuries that they just replay it over and over again. As I was watching it live, I remember hearing Troy, I think it was either Troy Aikman or no, it was Joe Buck, and he said, I've heard from the truck that we're not going to show that play again. It's like we're moving in the right direction, all right? Because we don't need to be seeing all these gruesome injuries. Because, bro, I remember God, what was brother's name from Louisville years ago? Kevin Ware. That was a worst injury I've ever seen before in my life. Worst ever. And they kept showing it. Like, bro, what are we doing? Take this off. This is horrible. And
he had it bad. Remember when Gordon Hayward, the first game against
oh yeah, that one too.
was that Cleveland?
I can't remember who they were playing. Then I remember Paul George. When they were was it Team USA he was playing on?
Team USA, yeah.
And he hit his leg on that padding. I remember I was at my homeboy's house and we was in the other room, and another one of my homeboys, he was a hooper, and he was in the living room. He was like, "Oh my God, he's done." I was like, "What happened?" And he was in there rewinding it. I was like, "Brother, why are you looking at this like that? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Stop watching this over and over again. This is crazy." You know. So to all of that, like, Todd Bowles was not wrong. Todd Bowles was doing his job, coaching his team to win the football game. And for them to battle back, because I can't remember how much they were down by, but for them to battle back and to even get within 10 points, that says a lot about the resiliency of his level of coaching and also his team willing to fight to make themselves look respectable in a loss. You know, so many prayers to Chris Godwin for a recovery. I do believe that he will be a free agent after this season is over. And you can see when he was carted out on the when he was carted out of the game, you can see him mouthing like back to work. You know, that's difficult to see for a guy, but he has worked hard, and he will continue to work hard because this is the game that he loves. He's going to continue to put his body on the line to get it done. So prayers up for Chris Godwin, man. Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Fitz Take podcast. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. And remember, every episode of the Fitz Take podcast will air right here on the YouTube channel every Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.